Hello world, this is PMAT. Got bored today, so I decided I'm gonna cast a couple of the league games that haven't been done yet. This is a um, League A game from Mickey and the Knife Guy. Knife Guy playing Ninth Panzer. Wow, Desert Rats or 7th Armored, and Mickey playing 17th SS Panzer Grenadier. So the map we got here is San Heracles Duelists. Usually you end up seeing a lot of fighting around this horseshoe here, and maybe some sporadic pushing right around here, but then we have the city. So let's see what our friends end up placing here. And the knife guy gives us the cheeky I hate this map. So he might not do too well if he hates the map, but we'll see. Just kind of fast forwarding while we get through these deployments. Looks like we're going to see a lot of play from the knife guy on the top part of the map, and maybe a decent amount in the city, but not as much on the bottom of the map. Let me slow down here and we'll go through this. So we have a Desert Rats infantry here, one Desert Rat, another motorized rifle, and a commander here. And on the top side of the map, a Staghound, a Vet 2 Stuart Recce, one Stuart carrying some commander, and then another Stuart Recce with some recon in it, and a motorized rifle, as well as now also a Desert Rat infantry. For the SS Panzer, looks like we've got some Stoßtrupp, probably Panzer Grenadier, commander, the commander, just more Stoßtrupp, and a Panzer Grenadier. No, Panzerschreck, my bad. So 2 Stoßtrupp, a commander, a Panzerschreck, P-Gren, as well as now, we'll see what this AT gun is when he deploys it. MG and another Stoßtrupp probably going to the center. Another Stoßtrupp and a Panzer Grenadier going into the center as well. Missing a commander, interestingly enough, unless he's toting it along this road for some reason. Just some recon, probably Spaethrupp, and then another MG42 for the top. So one MG42 for the top, another MG42. This one I imagine is going to go set up something like here. He's not probably going to go into the town, maybe there, but we'll see. Maybe even going on like in this bush. Yeah, we'll speed up until we get to the actual movement of our units here. Looks like an IG-18 is also being brought down here. Top units here hasn't changed much. Missed whatever that ping was. And game starting, so 17th is going to be pushing pretty heavily into the city. Both of these, really, this is interesting. Both groups of infantry here are going to go over here, and looks like they're going to unload and move into a couple of these buildings. On top, very defensive. MG42 going to go into this hedge, which has great line of sight, and just recon into this bush here. On the bottom part of the map, we got a lot of aggression along this little corner of the city. Looks like the IG-18 is going to be deploying into this hedgerow, which is good, so it can dodge in and out, get some good line of sight, and avoid getting killed. And this AT gun is going to drop back here to cover the road. From our friends over here, looks like we have a lot of attack moves queued up afterwards, which is nice. Our white truck is going to drop off the Desert Rats just along this hedgerow. Doesn't look like there's going to be much here, so there's probably going to be a little bit of extra bulge for Mickey here, giving him an extra percentage point maybe. All these infantry going to spread out and just cover some ground, so he's not playing the city very much, unless, oh, nope, there's one more squad going into the city here. He's going to just cover the edge of the city, it looks like, while he moves a lot of his armor into this general area. Looks like he's going to hide the armor behind this hedgerow, maybe. Yeah, he's going to hide the armor behind the hedgerow. That might have been intentional, who knows. So let's see what happens when we get our first meeting engagement. This looks like it might have been a little premature. But it's okay. So I'm expecting ninth, or not ninth, wow, I keep wanting to call the Desert Rats the 9th Panzer Division. I'm expecting Desert Rats to have, kind of have their way in A, just because the Stuart Reckies and Stuart Reams are amazing fire support against infantry-based decks, and he didn't bring out a Stug, so Mickey did not bring out a Stug, so I don't think he's going to be easily dealing with all these Stuarts and so on. This might be, well, we'll have a look now. This is a pack 40? Yep, that is a pack 40, unless that's a really diminutive pack 43 model. Oh, it's actually pack 38, okay. So yeah, like I said earlier, it looks like there's going to be a little bit of bulge here. Not as big as I thought it would be. Just a little bit more as these Stealth Trooping Grenadiers move up into these buildings. Nothing really going on, though. We see a JU-87G first buy. Wow. Unfortunately, it doesn't get anything, and it's going to fall back because the veteran Stuarts have ridiculous fire output with all these 50 cals. We get 3 50 cals here firing at it, so unfortunately, he doesn't get anything with it. But that's a nice starting buy against 7th Armored. Unfortunate, though, there were so many 50 cals on the ground that he wasn't able to deal much damage to that Stuart Cree. Maybe if he'd gone after some of the Stuart Reckies just to clear out some recon, but just killing one Stuart Reckie, or not Stuart Reckie, Stuart Cree, really hurts the 7th Armored's initial push. But looks like 7th Armored's going to have their way with this top part of the map. There's no AT here to stop them. The MG42 is going to get spotted eventually when these Desert Rats cross the hedgerows. Stealth Troop are going to start pushing into the center here, though, and get annihilated by Desert Rats when they jump out of their building. Probably not a great idea to jump out of the building there. Stealth Troop are great, but Desert Rats are, well, just a little bit better with that extra veterancy here. Across the rest of the map, not much going on. Just poking and prodding with these Stealth Troop, it looks like. Looks like he's going to have a good time attacking down here. These Panzer Grenadiers should do a good job of suppressing the motorized rifles and Desert Rats. This half-track should probably die to the Pack 38, but we'll see what happens. We have the Pack 38 dropped off here with a commander, but he is within range of the Stuart Reckie, and oh, you should just go for it, man. Oh, so we have a good use of the smoke, blocking off the Pack 38 from the Stuart Reckie, getting absolutely annihilated there. But we have another Stuart Ream coming around, which 250 cals versus Pack 38. I don't think the Pack 38 is going to do very well. The poking and prodding on the bottom part of the map looks like not really much going on. This half-track might have something to say about that for any of the infantry that's still stuck in the open. On the top part of the map, though, more infantry being piled in. We got an extra Stag Hound that came up. I'm looking to see Mickey buy a Stug. This would be a great time to bring that out. There's a lot of armored vehicles here, although it's, kind of hedgerowy stuff. Pack 38 gets a cheeky shot off on the Stuart. Probably best to just left the Stuart Ricky, or maybe it was the Stuart Ream, to just fight this guy continuously. Bring out another Stuart, or so on, to try and double team it. Because once you deal with this one AT gun, you pretty much own this side of the map. At least until that JU-87G comes out again, which it doesn't look like he's bought anything yet to deal with that JU-87G. When it does come out, that could be a really, really good way for him to get back into this game, for Mickey to get back into this game. The IG-18's, going to do some suppression damage against an M5. Might even kill it. That's totally a possibility. This might be a Nebelwerfer. It is a Nebelwerfer, although it probably isn't the best buy right now. But this Pack 38 is going to be pushing up. Gets a nice shot on the Stag Hound. The Stag Hound is probably going to It's not a great move. This Panzer Grenadier Führer is out of smoke, so it can't cover this stack Pack 38 anymore, and all the 50 cals open up, instantly annihilating that Pack 38. Now again, not much going on the bottom of the map. Spitfire Mark 9 going in to bomb the Panzerwerfer. Wow, Nebelwerfer. This thing only has one bomb though, so I don't think that Panzerwerfer is going to die, but it's a good use of the bomber. It's also going to be great because he'll have this around now if he doesn't evac it, to deal with that Ju-87 when it comes up. And the Stuart Reckie's out, just pushing. Yep, here it goes. Ju-87G comes up, and the Spitfire is all over. Oh, no, it's not all over it. Although it should be all over it. Ju-87G coming in clutch though, one-shotting this Stuart Recce, preventing, well, this guy getting wrecked. Spitfire is going to have its way with this Ju-87G, and I think the Ju-87G is toast. Although the Spitfire did turn kind of awkwardly. It is pretty slow. We'll see. Alright, so we have a Stug and another recon unit brought out. Ju-87G might get out, though. No, it doesn't. Nice job. Bottom of the map, not much going on, though. These Desert Rats and Stillstroop are going to have at it in really close quarters. I'll definitely give that to the Desert Rats, though. The city looks like a little bit of pressure maybe coming in. These motor rifles advancing, just kind of poking around. Top part of the map, some Panzer Grenadiers duking it out with a motorized rifle, but that's not really going to do much. The Stug, though, has a... What is it shot on? No, it's just fire support for the motor rifles. I was really hoping this Stug had a cheeky shot on one of these vehicles back here, but looks like the Knife Guy is just hugging the tree lines, doing the right thing with all his vehicles. The Knife Guy has constantly had a +1 or a +2 across this game, though. And it looks like, though, that these Stillstroop annihilated the Desert Rats that were coming across here. I'm really quite surprised. Maybe that Desert Rat squad wasn't on attack move, and the Stillstroop murdered them while they were just crossing into the hedge. Who knows? Yeah, but the Knife Guy is solidly in control of the entire map right now. Maybe not really down here, but he's pushing his way into the city now with some motorized rifles, which doing some pretty good work. A little fire support from this M5 half-track. Stuart Ream not doing much, though. Just kind of sitting here, holding the open field. Maybe this could come in and provide a little bit of fire support, and these Desert Rats are now moving up to annihilate these Panzer Grenadiers. Yeah, more Stillstroop coming up, as well as another MG42. I guess the MG42 is going to come help secure this bottom part of the map. A little bit of a push down here. Just some poking and prodding. Top part of the map, though, more Panzer Grenadiers dying to Desert Rats. That's kind of an interesting engagement. Desert Rats and motorized rifles doing some work against that Panzer Grenadier team. And these Panzer Grenadiers are going to get annihilated by the Stuart Cree here. Bomber coming in again, this time for the Stug. And then we're probably going to see these two guys pop right around the... Oh, no, not for the Stug anymore. He's going after, I guess, an IG-18. Yep, an IG-18. Would have liked to see it go against the Stug and these two guys popping around the corner, hopefully getting some good shots on it. But not really much going on here. City fighting is just Stillstroop versus motorized rifles and Desert Rats. Looks like we cleaned up one motorized rifles team from the Knife Guy already. These Stillstroops versus motorized rifles, Stillstroops should win every single time. Look at this. That's just 18 HE of PPSHs and MP40s going to work on motorized rifles. Stillstroop are amazing at city fighting and fighting in forests. Again, not really much going on. The Stuart Ream, though, providing great fire support against this Panzer Grenadier squad. MG42 opening up on anything you can see. Top side of the map, though, we finally lose this recon squad from the Knife Guy that was providing so much great recon for anything that was coming down this road. Anything that he was spawning new. Yeah, probably replace that soon. But the Cromwell 7s are coming in. Looks like he had a lot of points banked up, and now he's just exploding onto the map with as much armor as he can. Hopefully he can finish this off soon. Some fresh AA brought in, probably a 37mm, maybe a flak furling. Let's see. Yep, just a 37mm. Not really much going on here. Oh, we looks like we're going to have a Faust coming off. The Stos troop. Nice job. Baiting that Recce into the Stos troop. Bottom side of the map, though, this Shrek could probably get in range of this half-track. We'll see, but the Stos troop does end up dying in the open. And in the center of the map, another motorized rifle squad looks like it's dead, or possibly a desert rat. I wasn't really paying attention. More Stos troop coming across. Really, Mickey's doing the right thing and kind of poking this bottom part of the map and seeing what happens, and keeping a reasonable amount of dudes in the center of the map just to keep contest over this city. But a Panzerschreck inside of the city would be really nice, and he definitely has them in his deck. Panzerschreck inside of the city, so that you could pop this M5 half-track and any of the armored vehicles that are trying to provide fire support on the edges. Top part of the map, though, looks like we're doing a little bit of the direct fire trick with an IG-18 here. Looks like it's working pretty well, too. He's direct firing against this hedgerow and forcing these armored vehicles to move around and engage the IG-18 to remove this pressure. Another 3-inch mortar brought up from the Knife Guy. Looks like he's just going to deal with some of these static positions, the Pak-38, IG-18, any infantry he finds. More desert rats were brought into the city fight, though. Looks like they are annihilating some Stos troop, though. Pioneers brought in from Mickeey. Those are going to be great against motor rifles and desert rats, just because aside from the 2 MP40s they also have the amazing bundle grenade, which will absolutely annihilate any infantry that the Knife Guy uses if he does not try and dodge the fire here. Still continuously, though, +1 for the Knife Guy. Looks like the Stug's getting engaged here by one of the Stewards. And that Steward is going to go down. Trax Field's destroyed. Nice, nice, nice. Oh, shooter wounded, though. Looks like Oof. 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 The armor has come through. Ju-87 here now has no line of sight on anything. Wow. That was a great engagement by the Knife Guy. Like, he realized that the Stug can only shoot at one target, right? So the Stug was shooting at the Stuart Cree. Unfortunately, that one didn't do too well. Oh, we have the Ju-87, though, working pretty well. Knife Guy probably wants to buy a Tempest right about now, but probably doesn't have those points. Nope, he's just going to bring out his Spitfire to kill that Ju-87G, and I think he's going to do fine with that. Although, in the meantime, this Ju-87 does some work. One Stuart Cree down, another Stuart Cree wheels destroyed from the Stug, and then 2 Cromwell 7s dead with front shots from the Ju-87G. And here's the Tempest, or no, Mosquito, right. The 7th Armored does not get Tempest, it gets Mosquitoes as interceptors, which are amazing. Wonder why this Flak 37 is not firing, though. Should be able to see this Mosquito. Because he has it on he has a right click, not an attack move, a right click move. But that Ju-87G has been it's been amazing for him. He killed 350 points worth of armor there, opening it up for a Stug 4 to come in and see what it can do. Although he doesn't really have much infantry in front of it, I think these 6-pounders with a little bit of support from Mosquito as a strafer could definitely take out these Stugs. On the bottom side of the map, though, I haven't noticed this. The Panzer IV-H is rolling its way forward. Not much going on, though, here. Center part of the map, though, field engineers come through. The Wasps looks like they've already died to whatever they died to. But the field engineers coming through looks like they're gonna clean up anything that's left inside of this town. Although they're gonna get annihilated by the MG42 crossing the road there. Rather unfortunate. Yeah, there's not really a good building to jump to from the church there. 6-pounder though versus this Befehlpanzer IV-H. Oh, goodbye Panzer IV-H. You had a chance. You had a chance, but weren't within 600 meters. Yeah, within 600 meters, the Panzer IV-H versus the 6-pounder. If the 6-pounder misses its first shot, it's pretty much in favor of the Panzer IV-H with the machine guns, just annihilating the 6-pounder. But mickeey needs to find a way to get back into this top part of the map. Maybe by attacking through the city into these hedgerows, but doesn't look like anything good is happening here. The Stug 4 being repulsed by a 6-pounder. Top part of the map looks like just desert rats and motor rifles going against these pioneers. Another Spitfire bombing coming in. It's coming after the Stug 4, but there's no armor here to do much about the Stug 4. So I'm surprised though that the 37mm was able to stun up the Spitfire Mark 9 before it was able to drop. That's kind of nice. This Nebelwerfer though has been sitting around doing nothing. mickeey didn't bring in a supply truck, which is unfortunate. Stowe's troops getting a kill on a Wasp, which probably still had a Flamer squad inside of it. You saw that earlier being called into the center of the map. A little bit of AA brought up, which is good, just in case another Ju-87 comes out. But I'm not sure what the deal is with that. Although, look at this. We have the Nebelwerfer party coming out. 3 Nebelwerfers in total, although there's not really much to push with behind it. That's going to be a great arty party up top. Not really sending any infantry, though, to stop this bulge. IG-18, though, get a good shot against a squad crossing the open here. One-shots it. Spitfire bomber going after the IG-18, I'm guessing. Yep. And that IG-18 is going to be a lot of pain. Oh, doesn't die, but a lot of pain. And the arty party begins up top. Looks like both Nebelwerfers fired. Just in this one area, though. That's maybe not the greatest idea. Probably could have held them for a better push, but yeah, he tried. Went after the 6-pounder, it looks like, and the desert rats. Unfortunately, didn't really accomplish much with that. A lot of infantry, though, inside of the city. mickeey's definitely, had control of the city the entire game. Unfortunately, it hasn't accomplished much for him with this early aggression from 7th Armored, just really rolling him over. Another Nebelwerfer comes out, a Nebelwerfer 42 in this case. Let's see what we're firing at. It's still firing at the same hedgerow. He really wants that 6-pounder dead, even though he doesn't know it's there anymore. Necessarily, it could have moved back here, could have moved across over here, but instantly one of these rockets, these 300mm rockets here, just one of them was all it took. That 6-pounder is annihilated. Bringing in a 222 with recon and probably another Pioneer squad up top here. Looks like he brought in a Pioneer squad at the bottom of the map just to, take a little bit of that ground back. But it's not really looking too good for mickeey. He needs to make some kind of concerted push. This Stuart, for instance, here is still not repaired. Hasn't brought in a supply truck. The only thing really stopping him from pushing is this last 6-pounder. Maybe he's also thinking, okay, I think I should probably get rid of the stat count too. That's fair. Yeah, I'm gonna speed it up to ×2. So I'm pretty convinced that Mickeey is not in a great place right now. Another rocket barrage going in after the 6-pounder. Looks like he's a little short. But the air power is coming in. Look at this, two beautiful Vet2 Fireflies. Just to seal the deal against anything that Mickeey brings out of this spawn. That's pretty good. Another Nebelwerfer. Wow, Mickeey with the Nebelwerfer spam. Looks like it's gonna help him get back a little bit into the game. And a JU-87G comes out. Looks like the Mosquito is gonna take care of that shortly though. Yeah. Whoa, Mosquito overshoots though. Maybe the JU-87 gets out. And no, that's unfortunate. But Mickeey now has the potential to push back, slow it down again. This one 6-pounder should go down to the Stug eventually. But yeah, it looks like TheKnifeGuy has been holding back a ton of points, just banking them. Brought up both these Fireflies, for instance, at the same time. This is a small horde of riflemen that he's bringing out, Vet1 riflemen. Vet1 British rifles, I should say. 2 SMG versions, which are nice. But 17-pounders, these Vet2, now Vet3, Fireflies are just going to annihilate this Stug. There's nothing you can do about it. Maybe he's going to fast move these Fireflies up a little bit just to secure the kill, but yeah, this game is pretty much over. Probably going to run to points, actually. Looking at the ticker going on here. Enemy team owns 80% of the conquest points, guys. Spitfire Mark 9 bomber going to annihilate this Artie Park, but only gets the supply truck, which is a good call. Getting the supply trucks is always a good call. Vet2 88 though, going after the Fireflies. Those might die in a blaze of glory here. But they get out of range just in time. Probably gonna move this mortar up, maybe. Nope, just strafing it with the Mosquito. Good call. Another one of the Vet2 88s is coming up, and Mosquito's going to try and engage that. Wow, though, the Nebelwerfer barrage, the Artie Party, is strong right now. Killed off one of the that Stuart Cree that's been sitting here since nearly the beginning of the game. That's pretty strong. But yeah, it's gonna end on points pretty soon here. Not really much Mickeey could do. He just kind of fell apart at the start of the game. Let 7th Armored get to these hedgerows, and the Stuarts there really kind of annihilated him. Tried some good plays with the JU-87s. One of them was excellent, killing the 3 tanks here. It looks like one of these Spitfires is going to go down, or Mosquitoes, I should say. Nope, the AA on the ground and all the 50 cals doing the job for him and protecting his fighters. Although one of them did go down, the Spitfire Mark 9 bomb. And yeah, I think this game has been pretty decisively won by the TheKnifeGuy. 0 to 2,500 points. Yeah. KDs are surprisingly close, actually. I guess Mickeey didn't really lose many units later on in the game. The TheKnifeGuy lost a lot more later in the game. We go through the history here. At the start of the game, it's pretty even, actually, for the start of the game. Although the Spitfire Mark 9 kills the JU-87, JU-87G only kills the one Stuart Recce at the start of the game, which is unfortunate. Figured this strike would be pretty good. Probably would have had a little bit more punch behind it. Just keep moving on. Pretty back and forth. I think, yeah, there's not really much to say about this. It's very back and forth. Here you see that beautiful Ju-87G strike, the Stuart Cree, and then two Cromwell 7 not Cromwell 7 commands, but Cromwell 7s. And also it looks like he got a Wasp out of that, which was pretty good. But then the Mosquito, you see, nukes the Ju-87G. Yeah, not really much going on in this game. A lot of poking on the bottom part of the map and defending by the knife guy on the top part of the map. City, there was a little bit of fighting here and there, but it didn't really pan out into anything that was, too crazy. No super long kill lists. The Mosquito, though, had a good job here, killing both the Ju-87Gs. And this Stuart Cree at the start of the game got rid of a key Pack 38 and the Stug 3 F8. That was really good. And the first Ju-80, well, so the 17th SS player, Mickeey, looks like he had three Ju-87s in his deck, all at one. So that's pretty cool. I guess this must be a Phase B card. This was his Phase A card, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, but he didn't really have any AA to cover them. Didn't have a fighter to cover them. Using them pretty desperately, which is fair. I mean, you use them as an equalizer sometimes. Like this, look at this, one Ju-87G, and this was pretty much one pass. One Stuart 5, two Cromwell 7s, and this Wasp, like, paid for itself in spades here. This is 240 points, this is 110, so that's 350 points worth of units right there, along with this Wasp, so that's nearly 400 points worth of units for 160 point Ju-87G. This was a really useful unit here. Although, it didn't really have much on the ground to back it up with. So, while he was defending pretty well, he was already at a loss. So yeah, we'll just have a look here. It might have been. So yeah, Mickeey's Knife Guy is, pretty good. Definitely got some games under his belt. Mickeey definitely has some games under his belt. Whoa, my goodness. But looks like decisive win by the Knife Guy. And that's all for me. Thanks for watching, guys. Leave a comment below if you like this stuff or if you think there's something I could improve. Yeah, I'll talk to you guys later.